What's going on, guys? Cameron back again from Attack on Anime, here to bring you a series review. Now, I've been meaning to get back to a series review for a few weeks, and this is a special one to start off with because season 2 of this anime is dropping in 2 days as of the recording of this video, and it's none other than the Asterisk War. And I really like this anime. I remember checking it back out in the fall season of last year, and I finished it, and I was just like, alright, I want to review this for the channel. But then so many other things started coming up in front of it. And now that I heard that season 2 was coming out, I was like, man, I got to rewatch through this and I got to do a review on it right now. Because I remember really, really enjoying it. And even my second time through watching it, I still enjoy it just as much as the first time I watched it. There were just a few things that I still really didn't understand. But I'm not going to go too much into it, as this doesn't want to be a spoiler. I want to get people aware of the season 2 that's coming out. But without further ado, let's jump into the review, guys. Now, when we start off, we're explained to that this disaster called Invertia occurred, and Invertia is pretty much a disaster that changed the world. Now, it's not really said that what exactly happened. It's just afterwards, this group called the Integrated Empire Foundation took over in place of like the traditional like nations ruling the world, because nations started losing their power as this foundation started coming up, and they pretty much started just taking over everything and controlling everything and making it all seem like it was just okay and dandy. And also this generation called the Genestelia was born, and these are humans with special abilities that are able to control different weapons and have different special move sets and a variety of different power moves that they can use, that they can train. And they study at this island called the Asterisk City. And the Asterisk City is the city on the water, the Academy City on the water. And this is where all 6 of the total academies are located. And they battle once a year for supremacy in this thing called a festa. And the festa, if you win, you get one wish, like one realistic wish. So it's more of a request than a wish. So you get to ask one realistic thing, like say if I wanted $1 million. If the foundation could come up with $1 million to give me, they have to give me that $1 million. So it just works like that, and everybody has their own reason for competing in the festa, and some people take it to the extreme where they're willing to win by any means necessary. Like, it gets cutthroat. They're trying to assassinate people. They're attacking you in the streets when you're just like out and eating and stuff. It gets really real, and it shows just how competition can bring out the worst in people. But we jump into it with our main characters, and we are headed by our main protagonist known as Ayato. And Ayato is a new student at Seidokan Academy, and he meets this girl named Eulise because he pretty much found her handkerchief. And when he's returning it to her, he sees her changing in her room, and she gets really offended by that, challenges him to a duel, and she realizes that he's better than he leads on. Like, there's something about him that just screams power. Like, he's evading her attacks, and she's one of the top students at the school. She ranks number 5 on their list known as a named cult. And named cults are essentially a ranking system, and the top 12 people on this list are known as page 12s. And she ranks number 5, so you could tell that she's like nothing to be trifled with. Everyone at the school knows how talented she is. But seeing these two eventually become friends, and their bond that we see between these two is so genuine, she gets really embarrassed and shy around him at moments, and he's just so confused, and he just doesn't understand why she's acting a certain way sometimes. And the development between their characters, and even seeing that she herself has her own reasons for wanting to compete in the festa. And it eventually gets to the point where Ayato is at the academy, and this is where his sister attended. So he's thinking on the lessons that she taught to him, and she told him, go out and find your purpose. What is it that you need to do? What do you need to use all this immense power for? And eventually he comes to the realization that I have to defend Eulise and make sure that her dream is realized, because she gives the reason of why she is so interested in competing in the festa. And I don't want to spoil it because it's really special. It really speaks to me to see how some people can come from a certain background and still feel for other people in a different background. That's all I'm going to go into without going into spoilers. But we have our other 2 main characters, Saya, who is a childhood friend of Ayato, and she gets really jealous when it comes to Ayato. If other girls are giving him too much attention, she'll always butt in. And she says she's like directionally challenged, so she gets lost really easily. And then we have our other character, Kirin, who is personally my favorite character because seeing her character development was just like, whoa. Like, her background is pretty messed up once you get and down into it and really know in depth about this character. It's really it's almost heartbreaking to see someone so young going through so many challenges so young, but seeing her fight back at the end and seeing her actually develop as a character over such a short amount of time in the anime was just crazy to see, guys. But yeah, that's a lot of the things that I liked about this anime. The ending was pretty okay. It pretty much was just like, hey guys, there's going to be a season 2 pretty soon. And I guess you can't wait for that till we expand into the next festa that's going to be happening that was teased at in the last couple episodes. But the action was really epic. The animation for the fights was grand. I love the last fight. The animation for that looked really cool. And the different color patterns that they use for the weapons, everything just has such a good variety to it. And everybody has their own individual type of fighting style. And I can't wait to see a lot of those things expanded upon in the second season. I hope a lot of the loose threads that they left hanging. They even introduced a lot of new stuff like in the last couple minutes of the last episode of the first season. So I'm just like, so you have even more dangling threads? Like, come on, man. I can't take anymore. But like I said, season 2 drops in about 2 days as a recording of this video. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to be doing weekly reviews on that. But yeah, guys, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.